Alright folks, today we're answering a question you probably didn't even know you had. What happens when you drive a Tesla for longer periods at over 200 km an hour or 125 miles an hour? Spoiler alert, it's not great for your range, but hey, it's fun. I've reset the power consumption counter, set my nerves to steely, put my diaper on, and we're hitting the legendary no speed limit German Autobahn to see how much juice the Model Y guzzles at these insane speeds. Will it sip electrons or just chug them like I chugged my wife last night? Let's find out. Let's start easy, 160 km an hour or 100 miles an hour. The consumption meter almost maxed out at 600 watt-hours per kilometer, or for our friends across the pond, 966 watt-hours per mile. At these speeds, it's not sipping electrons, it's gulping them. Range anxiety, let's just say you'll know the supercharger network very well. Alright, let's test acceleration in chill mode from 120 to 180 km an hour. And let's just say it's like asking a snail to win a 100-meter sprint. It'll get there eventually. Chill mode is great for saving range, but not if you're in a hurry on the Autobahn. So, enough of that, time for sport mode. This is where the Tesla shows it has two motors and no mercy, accelerating from 130 to 200 km an hour or 125 miles. Feels like being launched over a roller coaster, on purpose this time. Now that's more like it. The consumption is still a calorie bomb, though over 600 watt-hours per kilometer. If Tesla made diet batteries, I'd subscribe immediately. Cruising at over 200 km an hour or 125 miles an hour, the consumption is still off the charts. Resetting the trip computer shows it stabilizes at 650 watt-hours per kilometer or 1046 watt-hours per mile. That's a range of just 100 km on a full battery. Yep, you heard that right, long range becomes very short range at these speeds. And there it goes, an Audi RS4 just flew past like I'm standing still, attempting to keep up. While accelerating past 200 km an hour, the Tesla battery is now at 10% and is starting to get sluggish. The consumption stabilizes at around 550 watt-hours per kilometer or 885 watt-hours per mile. Final push at 200 km an hour before we hit the supercharger. Resetting the trip shows 500 watt-hours per kilometer or 805 watt-hours per mile. And the range prediction is dropping faster than my confidence in range anxiety discussions. Time to stop for juice and a quick diaper change for myself. Okay, quick pit stop for some juice and to change my pants as well. The diaper failed. You had one job! Who says charging an EV takes a long time? Here we go, the Model Y's long-range dual-motor max speed of 222 km an hour or 138 miles an hour. Accelerating from 140 to 222 km an hour, the consumption jumps to an eye-watering 1500 watt-hours per kilometer or 2414 watt-hours per mile. That's just not inefficient, that's EV bukkake. Holding a constant 222 km an hour, the predicted range is around 100 km or 60 miles with a 90% charge. Resetting the trip computer again, the consumption stabilizes around 600 watt-hours per kilometer or 966 watt-hours per mile, which is basically the Tesla equivalent of running a marathon uphill while towing a house. Interesting fact to see here is the power meter, which stabilizes at around 60 to 70%. This shows that this is a software speed limitation and that most probably the car could do 250 km an hour or 155 miles an hour, just like the performance model. The rumors that the motors are shared between models seems to be true. So, what's the verdict? Driving a Tesla at over 200 km an hour is like running a marathon while holding your breath. It's impressive, but not sustainable. Sure, it's fun to push the limits on the Autobahn, but let's face it, you'll spend more time charging than driving if you make this your daily routine. High speeds are fun, but range drops faster than my confidence when that Audi RS4 passed me. Maybe next time my wife will just let me get the performance model in exchange of chugging her every time she rings the bell any time of the day with no refusal conditions. Let me know in the comments, would you sacrifice range for speed like this? If you enjoyed this video, check out my deep dive on Tesla all-wheel drive, summer versus winter tires, acceleration and braking in snow test here. See you in the next adventure!